Hi Sue, it's Kat here and welcome to your Etsy shop review. Now I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, floating around your store, having a look at what the really good parts are and also having a look to see if there's things that we could improve on. So the first thing I do when I go into a new Etsy store is just to have a look at the first impression. And for your store, first impressions are quite good. I like that you have a banner, you have your title and your shop announcement filled out. You have a profile picture, which believe it or not, many people don't. You also have 12 listings and you have an about page and a policies page as well. So already you're doing really well. Now, I want to just mention a couple of things here. First of all, with the banner, it's not a bad banner, but this is just my opinion, but it's always worth trying a banner that gives people a little bit more insight about what your store is. So perhaps you could keep the same banner, but maybe add a tagline or a product photo so that people can get an idea of what your store actually is. Even if all they could see was your banner, they would know what Wool and Cotton Road was all about. It's just something to think about. Another thing, if you have a look at the shop sections on the left there, something that I wouldn't mind getting you to have a try is instead of using summer, winter accessories and homewares as your section titles, if you could use keywords that are relevant to your products instead. So perhaps beanies or sweaters or something more keyword related. Now, there's two trains of thought here. Some people say that it helps Etsy find you in the search results and some say that it doesn't. So I'm going to sit on the fence and say I'm not sure either way, but it's worth giving it a shot. Next, let's have a look at your About page. And what I like about this is you've got 3 really great photos in here showing us a little bit about the behind the scenes of your store. Now, you actually do have room for another 2 there. So think about 2 different photos that you could add that would give us an insight into who you are and what your store is all about. If you have 5 spots, you may as well use them all. Okay, I like that you have your website and your Pinterest URLs written down there. This related links is good, but somehow you've got 2 Facebook links there. So I would just change that to, I think you're allowed to have a Twitter link if you've got one and a website link. So just fix that up and add in another 2 photos and this page is really good. It's good to go. Just having a quick look at your policies. Okay, they look fine. And what I'm looking for here is sometimes sellers can have policies that scare the living daylights out of their customers. So maybe a refund policy that says no refunds ever or something along those lines. And that sort of thing is going to stop you from getting sales, but this looks good. We pop back to the home page. Another thing that I've noticed with your title here, you do have the opportunity, I know it has to be one long word, but if you could just capitalize the letters for cotton and road, the first letters, so the C in cotton and the R in road, that would actually make that title a little bit easier for your viewers to read and understand. You look like you're using your keywords well here, so we'll pop into a listing and see what we find. Now, I do know that you've been doing an amazing amount of work on your photographies, and I do know that you have some coming that put these to shame a little bit, even though they're not bad, but I do know you've been working really hard on that, so I'd love to see them in here. Now, one thing I've noticed is Okay, so for Google search result purposes, it's actually a good idea to have whatever headline you've used or title you've used for this listing, to have that in the first 160 characters of your description. So we've got a couple of those words in there, but I don't think, no, it doesn't say beanie slouchy. So you just need to make sure that your headlines and your descriptions are matching each other for Google search results purposes. One other thing we need to look at is making sure that the headline and your tags down the bottom match as well. So your headline had the words beanie slouchy, so they need to be used in here somewhere. Yeah, as well as it doesn't actually say merino, or it's got Australian, but definitely the same keywords that you're using in the headline need to be in the tags, and this is actually for Etsy search results purposes. The description part is for Google, and the tags down here are for Etsy results. So it might be a good idea to fix those up, and you might find that your search results actually start to pick up a little. I do like that you have a picture of another item here, and down the bottom you are mentioning that the woolen cowl can be purchased, and you've got a link there. And I do like this description. You're telling people exactly what size they're getting. Okay, popping back to the home page. So just wrapping up, things I like about this store is the fact that you have all your information filled out. You have a profile picture, a banner, your shop announcements filled out. You have an about page and policies, and that's fantastic. The photography is good, and I know you're improving that, so I'd love to see those listings up soon. And perhaps if you have a chance, create another banner that maybe tells us a little bit more about what's in this store. Well done on a great store, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.